Donald Trump is now ratcheting up his attacks again on Haitian immigrants. In Pennsylvania, Trump accused Haitians of inundating the town of Charleroi in what Trump calls an invasion.
And not far from here, the 4,000 person town of Charleroi. Do people, you know, Charleroi. In Charleroi, Pennsylvania, has seen a 2,000% increase in the population of their town. Do you know that, right?
Actually, nobody knows that because it is not true. A 2,000% increase in a town of 4,000 would make the population 100,000. The reality, according to the mayor of Charleroi, who laughed when asked about Trump's claim, is that his town has seen about 800 Haitians arrive, increasing the population by 20%. 20%, 2,000%. That's a big difference. Also, the mayor says most of the Haitians work at a local packaging plant whose owner could not find workers and went to an employment agency for help. The agency got the Haitians to come to the town. The mayor says the plant owner is still looking for more workers and that the Haitians are not taking anybody's jobs. What's more, the mayor says the Haitians have helped revitalize the town by occupying homes that were previously vacant. The bottom line, says the mayor, is that Donald Trump's claims are complete lies. And that is a pattern. The Washington Post found that during his administration, Trump lied publicly more than 30,000 times. But the latest campaign whoppers about Haitian immigrants are coming with a cost. In towns like Springfield, Ohio, where Trump said Haitians were stealing and eating household pets, even though the Republican mayor and police said it wasn't true, bomb threats have rained in on the Haitian community, government buildings, and schools. In other small towns, Haitians have reportedly received verbal threats and been accosted. And all of this so Donald Trump can fire up his anti-immigrant MAGA base. It's disgusting. And the mirroring of Trump by the MAGA maniacs is depressing.
The former president has said, and said it at the debate, that in Springfield, Ohio, immigrants are eating cats and dogs. That's been disproven and debunked. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't like it. That's not what us Americans do. That's not how we live. We fish and stuff like that. We hunt for our food. As American, that's what we used to do. If you really need to eat food, there's homeless shelters if you want better food, like PB&J's, applesauce, stuff like that. But don't be eating our pets. I have a dog myself. I could never see someone eating him just because I care for him. He's like my brother, so.
Yeah, I understand. I'm a dog owner, but it's not happening. So are you ready to just say, let's not talk about that anymore?
Honestly, I mean, I would rather Trump talk about it because it is something we need to like stand for and say, hey, we need to address this.
Even if it's not happening?
Yeah, honestly.
So in the Haitian culture, they do actually sacrifice the cats and dogs as animals. They'll grind their bones up and then they'll eat them. So
but that's not happening in Springfield, right?
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Well, I mean, the chief of police there, and we respect our law enforcement, the city manager, and the people have now marched saying this isn't happening here. And they're so at this point, should we stop talking about it? I mean, I'm asking you, or should we stop talking about something that's been proven to not be?
It's 100% proven. I'm not from there, so I can't speak on their behalf.
This thing about in Springfield, Ohio, that people are talking about eating cats and dogs, yeah. Do you believe that?
You know, if you do your research and you take a look at, you can get on TikTok, any kind of social media platforms, you're going to see the actual people and what's going on there. So I'm not going to say what my opinion is. I'm going to say go do your own research.
Well, the research that has been, the mayor of that town, the manager, the chief of police, they've all said it's fiction.
Well, let's just talk about that some more because different cultures do different things. There's nothing against that. But when they come here, they don't know that we don't think that that's appropriate.
With MAGA world believing Trump's lies, Trump repeating his lies, and Haitian immigrants in turn literally being threatened, several small towns, including Springfield, Ohio, are clearly reeling. Recently, MSNBC spoke to residents of Springfield about what they are seeing with the Haitian community and the impact of all of this.
So it was a very terrifying feeling, but I was also enraged because I know that a lot of it is rooted in lies against the community that has shown me a lot of love.
All this activity with the bombing threats and stuff, I mean, it has a little bit of an impact on the kids. They're kind of scared.
What's going on right now is really chaotic and hectic. Everybody has the right to live in peace, and this is just disrupting our peace. And these people are nice people. They're good people.
The Haitians, are nice people. They are good people. And by the way, they are also documented and in the United States legally. Despite the lies from Donald Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance that the Haitians are undocumented migrants, the Haitians have paperwork and are in the United States in accordance with U.S. laws. Many of the Haitians were already living in Florida and moved to the Midwest because of job opportunities and a lower cost of living. But those are all inconvenient facts for Donald Trump. And despite Trump being repeatedly called out on his lies by Republican mayors and the Republican governor of Ohio, Donald Trump is doubling down on his false claims and stoking more hatred and division. Because that is what Donald Trump does and how he thinks he can win. In this clip, you will see Walz engage with a group of young voters whose attitudes were profoundly shifted by a political debate. We'll react to this moment and explore its broader implications for voter engagement and political activism. So, let's get into it.
This guy was undecided, so was this guy, and they're both coming out for you.
I think I'm decided now.
Matters. So I took him to the debate watch party, and that just flipped like that.
Yeah,
I mean, they were apathetic, and that's, you know.
It's not about agreeing on every single issue. It's about that core belief. And I said, this whole idea that you can't agree that the election was fair, this whole idea that people should have personal freedoms, which is kind of like the politics are turning over. Yeah, nice meeting you all. Yeah, really grateful you take the time again. Yeah, thanks. Go get them. Talk to your friends. Some of them are just going to say, look, I'm not that into politics.
Yeah.
The answer to that is too damn bad. Politics is into you. So get engaged, go vote.
You can see how Governor Walz connected with these young men. The turning point seemed to come when one of the younger guys spoke about watching Kamala Harris's debate and how that sparked a shift from apathy to action. This is a powerful testament to the influence that debates and public discourse can have on individual voters. Governor Walz's advice to rally friends who say I'm not into politics is striking. His message that politics is into you is not just a catchy phrase, but a crucial reminder. Politics impacts every facet of our lives, whether it's the environment, education, or personal freedoms. Walz's call to action is a reminder that engagement is crucial. This video highlights an important reality. Debates and political discussions can be transformative. They don't just inform. They inspire action. For many people, watching a debate or engaging in a discussion can be a pivotal moment. It's a catalyst that shifts apathy into participation. Political engagement can be critical, especially for younger voters who often feel disconnected from the political process. And it's important that we continue to try to find ways to connect these individuals with the issues that affect their lives. The key is to demonstrate how politics directly impacts daily experiences and future opportunities. Governor Walz's point about politics being into you is a reminder of the intersection between personal freedoms and political decisions. From healthcare to education policies, every decision made by our elected officials has a direct impact on our lives. So when someone says they're not into politics, it's essential to show them how politics is indeed interested in them. It's especially notable to see not just young voters, but male voters specifically shifting their support to Kamala Harris in response to Trump's debate performance. Many of these young men who might have been turned off by the confrontational and often childish tone of Trump's debates found Harris's demeanor and focus on policy refreshing. This shift highlights how crucial debate performances are in shaping public opinion, especially among people who might have been previously disengaged or disillusioned. It underscores a broader trend where political discourse is not just about politics, but also about the character and professionalism of the candidates. Influencing voter preferences is significant in many ways. And by the way, in the wake of the debate, those preferences have shifted. All the polls show that Kamala Harris has gained ground nationally and in each of the key battleground states. Plus, states that previously looked out of reach for Democrats, including Iowa and Florida, are now much closer. The bottom line is that Donald Trump is losing voters and Kamala Harris is gaining them. And a key problem for Democrats with Joe Biden, that he seemed to be suffering from cognitive decline, is now a problem for Republicans with Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, look, it all comes down to mental state and being able to deal with challenges. All right. So mental sharp and can deal with challenges. Look at this. Back in the post-June debate, right? Look at that. 52% of voters said that, in fact, Trump was mentally sharp and can deal with challenges. Look at the Joe Biden number. It was just 26%. Now, look at the difference here. Look at this. 58% in the post-September debate poll said that Harris was mentally sharp and can deal with challenges. Trump's number actually dropped below 50%, down to just 46, so that 52 to 46. So this was the big change that I think a lot of Democrats are hoping for when they switched out Biden for Harris. It came down to mental sharpness, and the bottom line is the clear majority of voters believe that Kamala Harris is mentally sharp and deal with challenges, and the number for Trump, that declined by 6 points between post-June and post-September. I think that's a very welcome sign for Democrats. So on the top line, maybe not so much movement nationally, but underneath the hood, I think Democrats really have to like what they see.
And a growing number of voters are seeing, thanks to the Harris-Trump debate, that Donald Trump is chaotic, not credible, and angry. This was also the dynamic in 2020 when Trump lost to Joe Biden. Biden's happy warrior personality and detailed command of policy issues were stark differences with Trump. Plus, in the midst of a global pandemic, Americans seem to be looking for a calm, steady hand, as opposed to the bombastic and unpredictable nature of Donald Trump. In their final debate, Trump claimed the pandemic was over. Biden responded with, "There's not a scientist in the world that thinks it will be over soon." Biden's reality and credibility crushed Trump's hyperbolic and wild salesman approach. And Biden beat Trump by 7 million votes. Trump challenged the results, lost in every court, and then inspired his supporters to try and block the certification on January 6, 2021. That stain on America's history of peaceful transition of power still haunts many voters. And Trump's ranting about the 2020 election, even in the last debate with Kamala Harris, served as a reminder that Trump is still a wild card when it comes to accepting outcomes or facts he does not like. And to this day, there are a huge number of moderate and independent voters who believe Trump is not mentally equipped to handle the responsibilities of being president. And with Kamala Harris showing in the debate that she is smart, knows the issues, and checks all the boxes of being presidential, Harris is winning, Trump is losing, and even previously disengaged voters are participating in the political process.
I think I've decided now that
matters. So
I'm David Schuster. Thanks for joining us.